So, this is going to be my AME, my Ask Me Anything, part 1. I got a lot of questions, finally, by the end. So I'm going to take them one by one as they come. And rather than making 1 half-hour one, I'll probably make a bunch of closer to 5 to 10 minute ones. So, number 1, which starts with a whole bunch of geeky ones. So, my favorite class to be in Dungeons & Dragons. So I like playing face characters, the big charisma classes, the people who are the kind of talkers of the party, and I really love playing skill monkey characters. So, I really love playing rogues and really going the skill route rather than the sneak attack, fight, backstab route. I also really like playing warlocks when I'm playing in a system with warlocks. If I'm in the Pathfinder sense, I've been enjoying Oracle, but right now I'm trying Bard. But I think I might go back to Rogue at some point. I really like those skill monkeys and all the skills, just all the skills. Although the archetype of Bard I'm playing right now is called an Archaeologist Bard, and it's actually a Bard with roguish abilities. So you get the charisma and some of the other stuff from the Bard, and then you get still no sneak attack, but you get to do lockpicking and some of the skill stuff from Rogue, and it's actually a really nice meld. Best LARPing memory. So this one's hard because I have a lot of good ones, but I think I have to give it to Sound of Drums. Have you played? Just for the record, I actually have a friend here who's watching me film this who's also a LARPer, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't about to spoil anything for him. If any of you do theater-style LARPs in the Boston area, close your ears for the answer to this one if you haven't played The Sound of Drums yet, because this game is amazing. And this game uses drum beats and hand drums for a lot of stuff, and so there's a whole bunch of storytelling. And I was playing a character, I forget his name, it was Crosscast, but he had actually been sold as a kid to become a scribe. Not exactly slavery, more indentured servitude. Didn't actually really believe in Jesus. I don't think the name was ever said in the game, I can't remember, but he was very definitely the character from our society. And in his travels, he had ended up, I don't remember the entire how, off the top of my head, but he had ended up getting cursed, so that he was sort of a werebear, in that if he got really angry, he would get the strength of a bear, but he would kind of lose, he basically hulked, is a really good way to put it, he'd hulk. And he hated this, despised this, and he had found this tribe, which is where this game takes place. It takes place in this tribe. And this tribe is, for one thing, a lot of the social conventions we have, this tribe didn't have. So most of the characters would date more than one person, have children with more than one person. It was a very close-knit group. And he had fallen in love with the leader of the tribe, the female, this woman, and so we're starting at the point where he's been there long enough, he has to either join the tribe or leave. And through this whole game part, you know, he's still in this part of, what do? I can't stay here and be a danger. I can't stay here if I'm not part of the group. And so in the beginning of the game, when we're talking, we're telling stories, the drums are going. And every drum beat is first got me more and more into this character. And then I was there. Every drum beat was a stab to the heart. And like when we took breaks, I had a few times I was literally just there shaking. Really intense. I got to tell a story, trying to tell the story of me as a kid, explaining, you know, I was going to tell the story of my God, or rather the God that had been taught to me. And I'm telling the story, and I start with it trying to explain the being sold as to be a scribe, and they come, the whole tribe like burst out and could not believe the fact that, first of all, people are sold. You don't sell people. What is this? What, you don't trade people? Um, which was fun and interesting, but I'm still there in this mindset. And I finally get the guts to go and talk to the shaman about this curse. So we go through this kind of spirit train. And I can't describe it all. It was so intense and so amazing. And it's the first time I ever actually shed tears in a game. I can't say it's the first time I cried, because I really like emotional games and getting completely lost in LARPs to the point where I'm sobbing. But until that point, I had always dry cried. I'd feel the emotions. I'd go through the actual actions. The emotion would be there. But there'd be no actual tears. That was the first time I cried in a LARP for real. And since then, I've been able to do it. That one broke the dam. But long story short, I basically got rid of this bear. And part of it was I had to accept their god. So the god that most was right for my character was the god of death. And my character, part of it was he did not want death anymore. He wanted to be free of it. So he had to be accepting the peaceful, the other nature of it. And then they're there, and it's back, and I'm free of the bear. And suddenly, they're no longer stabs. They're every beat is in rejoicing. And then I get, at this point, I've said that I do want to stay with the tribe, yada yada, and someone challenges me to the fight. And at this point, I'm good with it. Whatever to stay. And I step forward to take it, and the fight's about to begin. The drums are beating, and the spirit and energy of that god, the god of death, and it's a good god. I'm not sure I'm using the right words to get this across, but it is a good god, a needed god. Closer to Hades, I guess you could say. Might be a decent description. But the mask comes over and kind of the avatar for everyone to see, so there's no questioning anymore if I'm part of the tribe, and I can't even put into words how that felt at that moment, being completely immersed in this character as this moment of utter acceptance occurs. Like I said, every drum beat was utter joy after that, and just, yeah, super intense LARP. If anyone actually stuck with me for that long story, that's probably my best LARPing memory, but I've been LARPing for about 10 years, and for anyone who doesn't know, that's live-action role-playing. I probably should have said that beforehand. Oops. But, yeah. I think that's my favorite story. Okay. Next question. I know you like to dress up in cool outfits. What country is your favorite fashion from, and do you have any dream photo shoots you want to do? Okay, so, I like costuming. I'm not sure cool outfits is really the right words. So I guess you could say my favorite fashion is typically for LARPs. I like to dress up and costuming for LARPs. I don't even cosplay typically. I just buy LARPing stuff. So, I love corsetry and a lot of the Victorian stuff. I love the steampunk style a lot, I guess. But I kind of hate myself on camera. I despise looking at photos of myself. I have trouble watching my own videos, especially if I have to watch something that I've recorded, to practice from. And, yeah, so photo shoots, not so much. Favorite breed of kitty? I have to choose? I'll show you my favorite breed. Come here, honey. My friend laughs at me from the background. This is my favorite breed because she's my kitty. This is Eclipse. She is the love of my life. She is a lovely little gray, you can see short-haired tabby. She is an utter sweetie. Oh, my kitty. She's probably not the most thrilled with me right now. You'll occasionally see her in other videos. But, so she's my favorite breed. But, other than that, Sphinxes weird me out. But I love cats, and I love floofy cats, and little cats, and big cats, and I don't think I have a favorite breed. Okay, next. Favorite holiday. Oh. I have different ones I like for different reasons. Sorry, that's your mate's boyfriend getting home. You'll hear in the background. My kitty just ran out the door because of that. So, yep, come back in, baby girl. You can typically tell when I'm talking to my cat. Favorite holiday? Hanukkah would be really trite to say. Okay, so first of all, this is good to know that I am actually practicing Jew. I don't want to get too into religion for multiple reasons, but long story short, I am basically a religious agnostic Jew who is more practicing because of cultural reasons. But that means the holidays I typically practice are the Jewish holidays, so I'm probably going to have to give some explanation for whichever one I pick. So I think I might have to pick Simchat Torah, which is the day of dancing. It's celebrating being given the 5 books of Moses. You dance with it. If you have the right place, it's amazing. You dance for hours. It's all about rejoicing and singing, and people get drunk. So much fun. So that might be my favorite. It's not sure I have one that really beats out others. But yeah, let's go with that one. What exotic pet would I want if I could have any? I like cute rodents. So I've kind of wanted a sugar glider, but they're kind of insanely hard to take care of, especially when you have a cat, and they are expensive. But yeah, sugar glider. Let's go with that one. Okay, so the next set of questions are going to take a long time to discuss, so we'll probably actually end up being their whole AMA on their own, so I'm going to skip them and come back. A song that I feel represents me. I don't really think I have an answer to that one. Sorry. If I could have any job in the world, how would I spend it? If I could have any job in the world, what would it be? There we go. I want to be a professor. That's what I'm working towards. That's what I want to be. I love teaching. I love people. I'm going to actually be talking in the next video about what I do as a grad student. I'm working on my PhD right now. But I love teaching. I teach kids over the summer. In fact, on Saturday starts my summer reading classes. I suppose if I could really do anything, I'd want to be able to teach my passions, which fall into linguistics and anthropology. Again, I'll talk about both of those in the next video, to younger students as well as college students, because I love working with kids. But being a professor. If I had $1 million, how would I spend it? I would, for one thing, move into Boston area full time, rather than worrying about having to move back to Albany. I'd get a nicer. What I'd probably actually do is look for a really nice house that had lots of rooms, so that I could invite friends to live with me. I'd get some really good transcription and video equipment. But to be honest, a bunch would go into the bank, and a lot would go to costuming. I'm pretty sure I would have like a whole closet of corsets and gold costuming that I need for different things. And more cats. And have a few more cats, and they would be very, 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 very well pampered. Like, I'm about to show you my cat tree, and this is just for my one cat. Again, you'll see my friend in the background. So, wait, where is it? Ah! That's the cat tree I got for my cat. And I'm a poor grad student. I got it with help from my mom. That's how I have it. But I have a feeling I'd spend a bunch of the money on cats. Okay, so I think that's a good place to stop for this one. That's 15 minutes. And I'll pick this up in part 2.